Escape from Tarkov is the best video game of the modern age. It offers so much for a mere $40 and has made a name for itself, so much so that the likes of Call of Duty and even Battlefield 2042 have tried copying it. From its insane weapon modding to being thrown out in a world to survive in, is Escape from Tarkov the last best video game out there? I think so, especially with titles from these giant companies like EA and Activision pumping out so-called AAA high caliber and high quality games. These high quality games like Battlefield and Call of Duty are being released in such a state these days, they make Escape from Tarkov from 3 years ago look like a finished and polished game. But there is one thing that sets Escape from Tarkov apart from the rest of these. But before I do get into that, I do want to ask you guys a question of which type of video format do you prefer watching? Do you like a bodiless voice like this one right here where there's gameplay in the background? Or do you prefer a talking head style where there's occasional stuff popping up in the background or over my face, or occasional gameplay being played over my face as well? Let me know that down in the comments. Anyway, getting back to it, so there is one thing that sets Escape from Tarkov apart from the rest of these money-grubbing beasts. It isn't the weapon modding, it isn't the gameplay, it is the lack of microtransactions within Escape from Tarkov. But yes, the argument can be made that EFT is still in beta and that betas don't have microtransactions. Well, Timmy, that is where you are wrong. There have been plenty of games in the past that were in beta and still had microtransactions or DLCs. Ark Survival Evolved is definitely one of those. Some of these were also from the big boy studios and publishers as well. The fact that Escape from Tarkov doesn't have them makes EFT literally one of the last popular titles to exist that doesn't have microtransactions. In fact, I want you to write down in the comments below on what you believe the last major title was you played that didn't have microtransactions. Now, when it comes to cosmetic content, the thing Tarkov gets right is all the clothing and eventually weapon paint and camouflage will be acquirable just by doing an amazing thing of playing the game and leveling up. Something that used to be such a simple core element of most games in the past, but for the sake of money has been tossed aside in favor of making more from a game that costs $60+ these days. In my opinion, full game releases shouldn't have microtransactions for cosmetic items. That's the point of a free-to-play platform. And yes, I know Warzone is a free-to-play platform, but those cosmetics are also acquirable or purchasable within the games that Warzone is getting its content from, which is Modern Warfare or Call of Duty Vanguard. And yes, I do know that Escape from Tarkov has been accused in the past of being a pay-to-win game, because if you buy one of these separate editions of the game, it gives you a little bit more money, it gives you a little bit more reputation, it gives you a little bit more inventory space and some extra weapons, but when it comes down to it, those extra weapons and gear can easily be lost if you're stupid. If you want to blame a title or a company for making a pay-to-win game, go look at DICE, EA, and Battlefield. They for years have been selling shortcut bundles to allow access to all the late game gear within the Battlefield series right off the bat just by paying $5 to $10 per pack. Now, of course, this has not been a thing for Battlefield 2042 yet. And it probably won't be a thing for Battlefield 2042 due to the fact that there's not really that much content there to even have in the first place. So when it comes down to it, in my opinion, and I'm sure yours possibly as well, hopefully I have changed your mind, Escape from Tarkov is the last classic best video game that is currently out there on the market right now, and there's probably not going to be another one out there like it. For starting out for $40, Escape from Tarkov gives you so much content that you do not see in anything else out there that is being released at all whatsoever. And the funny thing about it is the fact that Escape from Tarkov is still technically in beta right now. It has not fully released, and when it's fully released, we will get a full-fledged campaign storyline and also later DLCs that will be released after the game's full launch. which is laughable when compared to games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, which are releasing with mediocre single player campaigns, or a complete lack of content in general, because the idea is to just release content later after the game is released, to make as much money now and release stupid crap later on throughout its development and make people pay for it because it looks cool. And we may release a map or gun here or there when we get around to it. Now I do know when Escape from Tarkov fully releases, its development will more than likely come to a halt, and who knows what will happen at that point. But seeing as how Escape from Tarkov is basically still being developed, we probably still have quite a while before that happens. But it's a possibility that that might not come at all because of the fact that Russia is currently being a bad boy right now on the Ukrainian border. And if you want to know how that could possibly affect Escape from Tarkov and the rest of us, then click on this video right here to learn about the situation and what could possibly happen if the Ukraine situation goes hot. And until next time guys, I will see you later. Peace.